Wow. Wow. That's all I have to say. Extremely shocking news in the college football world. Holy schmoly, I just thought of something. This might just be the reason Carson Beck is leaving. Woo! Timmy Beck! What are you doing, buddy? I thought you were leaving. And when I say leaving, I'm talking about going to the NFL. Sorry for the chaotic intro. Let's do the normal one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you having a great day. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. Man, oh man, you know what we got to talk about. We got the breaking news going on. Timmy Beck, a.k.a. Carson Beck, as many of you may know him, he's entered the portal? What? What's going on? As of when I'm speaking, this is breaking news. You guys are blowing me up on Twitter. And by the way, major shout out to you guys. Whenever we have news going on and breaking news at that going on, you guys are texting me, or not texting me, but tweeting at me. Hit me up right in the YouTube comment section. It really helps out the channel. I had a different video lined up for you guys, so I'm having to scratch that, and we got to talk about this ASAP, which is right now. We're not doing no intro, none of that. I don't got time to waste. You don't got time to waste either. However, with that being said, I'm going to read off this comment on a previous video. Matt B. glazing Jeremiah Smith. So let me get this straight. Giving credit to somebody who's glazing them, I digress. My grandmother, it gets worse, listen, could beat Jeremiah Smith in a DB battle. Your grandmother. All right, bro. I find all that so comical because whenever I praise Ohio State or say anything good about them, it's crickets and it's I'm glazing, I'm deriding, whatever you want to call it. However, if I say something bad about Ohio State, it's, oh, Matt just hates them. No, he hates them. You got to pick a side, my guy. Major shout out to Vando. He super chatted 2 buckaroonies. Completely unnecessary, but much appreciated. That will get reinvested back into the channel. Hashtag Matt be frozen. Let's make it happen. Stay safe out there. I will. If you don't know what he's referring to, we got a major snowstorm coming through North Alabama tonight. I appreciate the consistency and dedication you have to your craft. When it comes to college football coverage and analysis, this is my first opinion. Hey, man, I appreciate that. And I also just stumbled across this as well right under that comment. River Downs also super chatted 2 buckaroonies. What's going on? I don't have time to read off this comment because it's super long and there's people chomping at the bit for me to get into this Carson Beck news. I'll answer your question and read off the comment in a different video, so be on the lookout for that. All right, Carson Beck, let's get into it. Of course, when you're seeing this video, the news has already came out a couple hours ago, but as when I'm speaking, just came out, and I really have no idea what's going on outside of he's entered the portal. Here it is right here from On3. Wow. Already has millions of views. Breaking. Georgia quarterback Carson Beck plans to enter the NCAA transfer portal. Wow. That's all I have to say. Extremely shocking news in the college football world. For those of you that don't know and you haven't been keeping up with the Beck situation, he declared for the NFL draft. That's why all this is shocking, because we thought he was heading to the NFL, which, by the way, when we talked about it, I said it's stupid because he's going to be like a 4th or 5th round pick. Nobody's going to take this guy. He hurt his draft stock so much this year, it doesn't make sense logically to go to the NFL, because if you're a 4th, 5th, 6th round pick, for those of you who don't know, those guys only make about 1.5, maybe just $1 million a year. Well, now in college football, you can make more than that in the NIL. And yeah, I'm looking at this from Bleacher Report. So he is planning on opting out of the 2025 NFL draft. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, he's got to if he's going to enter the portal and go elsewhere. Let me address this because I feel like a lot of people are going to be asking this question. Well, okay, I understand he may have changed his mind. He doesn't want to go to the NFL, but why in the world would he leave Georgia? He's been starting for them 2 years. More times than not, when you see a star quarterback enter the transfer portal, why is that? Because either A, for money, or B, he wants to go win a national championship. Well, Georgia, you see what I'm saying? They can give him money, but also they're one of the best programs in college football right now, so it doesn't make any sense. I talked to a few sources, and this was before the announcement just came out. This was about a week ago. Georgia's ready to move on at the quarterback position. They're ready to go to Gunnar Stockton. I didn't really know how much I believed that, which it really doesn't matter, but now, yeah, it makes more sense. That is, if that statement from people I've talked to is true. It could not be true. You never know. Here's my 2 cents on it. I don't know why Carson Beck wouldn't want to return to Georgia, and I'll leave it at that. I understand the wide receiver core dropped a ton of passes this year, and me saying a ton might be understating it. They had the most drops in all of college football, but next year you're going to have new wide receivers. I don't think there's any bad blood there between him and the coaching staff. I just feel like this was one of those mutual departings. Holy schmoly, I just thought of something. This might just be the reason Carson Beck is leaving. I'm not going to get into this too much. We'll talk more about this in the up-and-coming days. Right now, we're just here to diagnose him leaving Georgia. But y'all remember his girlfriend that was going viral for defending him and sticking up for him? That was one of the Cavender twins. You've probably seen this girl somewhere before on your TikTok, Twitter, something like that. This girl you're looking at right here is one of the Cavender twins, but more importantly, Carson Beck's girlfriend. Where does she go to school at? Ah, yes, you see we're putting two together here. It's not rocket science. Miami. And guess who needs a quarterback next year? That's right, you guessed it. Miami. Guess who also has arguably some of the most doubloons in all of NIL? Miami. And guess who's willing to spend dang near all those doubloons on a star quarterback? Miami. Guys, I would love to sit up here and tell you I am a genius, but I'm not. This is common sense. I am going to do more research after this video, but yeah. You got to believe Miami's most definitely on his destination list. It's probably number one. Makes too much sense. His girlfriend goes there. They have a bunch of money. I think Carson Beck, I could be wrong on this, I think he's also from the state of Florida. Okay, just stumbled across this as well. So apparently and allegedly, these are the 3 front runners for Carson Beck. D, little bro, Ohio State, Texas Tech. What? Whatever. I'll come back to that in just a second. And Miami, like we already talked about. You know what I'm about to say next, right? Sorry, I'm laughing. Matt Lockheed. Texas Tech? Could somebody fill me in on that? Yeah, I don't get it. Let me ask you a question. Could you imagine going from Georgia, one of the best teams in all of college football the past couple of years, to the Red Raiders? Golly, man. You talking about a downgrade. That's the definition of a downgrade. Miami is a slight downgrade, and Ohio State would obviously be a slight upgrade. The Ohio State one, though, here's my biggest question. Do they even want this guy? I have a hard time believing Little Bro State wants Carson Beck. I know Will Howard's going to be gone after this year. He's pushing 33. But then I assume, who's the next man up? Is it Julian Sayin? It should be, right? Because I know the Air Nolan guy left. And yeah, Devin Brown left. Yeah, it will be Julian Sayin. I just don't see Ohio State pursuing Mr. Timmy Beck. But I will tell you this much. As an Alabama fan, I'd be more than welcome to take him. That may sound crazy to some of my Bama fans out here, but you got to look at what Alabama has coming back. I think Carson Beck's better than what Alabama has, because right now, Alabama doesn't have a quarterback with Jalen Milroe leaving, and I know Ty Simpson's the early front runner, but he hasn't really done anything. He hasn't played meaningful football. I know Carson Beck makes a lot of mistakes, but at least if you bring Beck in, you don't have to guarantee him the starting spot. You have a quarterback competition. Iron sharpens iron. Will Beck go to Alabama? Absolutely not. But if he is interested, I have no idea why Kalen DeBoer wouldn't go after him. I joked on him a ton this year, but seriously, I'd take him. He's way better than Milroe. Take a look at this from a Georgia fan. Carson Beck's decision to return to college makes sense considering the injury. My question is, did he ask Georgia if a return was possible there? I'll be getting to the bottom of that. One reply states, he wanted to get away from Bobo, which I think most people would agree with, due tank Beck's draft stock with his terrible coaching, game planning, and play calling. Todd Monken built a Ferrari and Bobo drove it into a ditch. Going back to what I stated a few minutes ago, I don't think there's any bad blood animosity. It was a mutual departing. George is ready to move on, and so is Carson Beck. Both parties needed a breath of fresh air, a fresh start, and there's nothing wrong with that. It happens all the time in life. I'm not a betting man, but if I was, yeah, I'm throwing the whole mortgage and house on Miami. He's got to be going there, right? Makes too much sense, and here's the crazy part. Different conversation for a different day. They've probably been talking to him the past couple of days before this information even came out and got released, which is a major tampering violation. But come on, man. Everybody's tampering, so who cares? Like we say on this channel, it is what it is. I'm curious. I'm going to know your thoughts down below. But